Well,
You interview us next time. It was our only right to be interviewed, Rosie.
well, you certainly had no right to do what you did do, and we'll be back. We'll be back in just a moment. There's the bell and Steve Kern. And this will be, thus far, the toughest challenge that Mr. Saito has had. Kern in the red trunks. Saito, of course, from Japan. Wrestled in the Olympics. Steve Kern, an amateur champion, as well as holding many regional titles as a professional. And Kern moving very swiftly against Saito has Saito in trouble. Kern float over. Tried for the pin, so Kern trying very quickly. Kern watching his man Saito in the corner. And Saito in trouble moving now, and he may have and Saito apparently tried to snooker Steve into a situation. It hurt his back. Kern now has him beautifully tied up. Scissored the one arm, has hooked the other arm. Saito has that foot outside the rope. And Saito again tried for an ankle sweep. Kern was on him very quickly, back into the ropes. $5,000 riding on this match. Steve Kern against Mr. Saito. Saito wrestled for Japan in the Olympics. Beautiful hip lock takedown. Saito is a very, very deceptive wrestler, as we just found out. Again. It is Kern keeping Saito tied up. However, time would be Kern's enemy. Back on their feet, Saito has hooked that leg. Beautiful move by Kern. Came up, caught Saito on the side of the head. And so Kern gets the sleeper hold. No, sir. Saito made it to the ropes. And Saito outside the ring. Saito outside the ring, and Kern pacing back and forth. Saito trying to clear his head. And Saito. And now it's obvious Saito stalls. Saito is stalling. Caught Kern that time, has him up. Kern overhooking the head. Saito trying for a back leg grip. And Kern reversed the situation, but they're into the ropes. What a match we're seeing here. Steve Kern afloat over a ride, trying to post that arm. Now posts the far arm, brings it across the midsection. Steve Kern tried to roll him into a pinning combination if he could. Kern trying to get those shoulders down of Saito's and pick up that $5,000. And now Kern punishing Saito. And Saito, obviously, in this point, in my opinion, is trying to stall, knowing that time is his ally. Kern using forearms to the back. And Saito in a partial four-point position. Again, Kern trying to drive Saito over. And so Kern drives a knee into the back of Saito-san. As Saito up a full body slam into a lateral press. 1, 2. Kern continues his punishment of Saito. Saito again powers out before the... Beautiful move. Saito was trying to set Kern. Got him in a suplex. Saito again powers out. Kern powers him off the rope. Got him in the sleeper again. Steve Kern has the sleeper, and this time he's not near those ropes. No, sir. Saito grabs a hold of that rope. Kern trying to pull him back, but Saito into the ropes. Kern has to break the hold. That's twice now that Steve Kern has gotten the sleeper hold on Saito. Saito hanging onto those ropes. And Saito caught again. Ooh! Saito retaliated a chop to the throat of Steve Kern. Another chop to the throat. And it is Kern in trouble now. Kern caught by Saito. Kern now, Saito trying to turn the... And Saito catches him again. And Kern has been stunned. Saito, the Russian leg sweep, and that may be all she wrote. Into the lateral press. No, sir. Kern powers out again before the count of 3. And so, it is Saito and a nip and tuck battle here between Steve Kern and Saito-san. $5,000 on the line. The crowd picking up the chant now. Go, Steve, go. Go, Steve, go. Kern, a hard American right hand to the midsection. Another one that doubles up Saito. And another that doubles up Saito. Now a left. And a right to the side of the jaw that has Saito down on one knee. Kern lashes out with a boot, then catches him with an elbow. Saito back to the canvas. Steve Kern brings an elbow down into the chest of Saito. Again powers out, but Saito now battling for his very life out there, trying to retain that $5,000 and most of all that honor. Mr. Saito, after his comments about American wrestlers, could lose a lot of face. Beautiful belly to back suplex, and Kern in trouble. Steve Kern. No, sir, into the ropes. Steve Kern utilizing the ropes. And Kern came down on the back of his head, coming up very slowly. A lot of cobwebs there now. Kern trying to get it together. Saito into a rear chin lock. And again, the chant being picked up, and time continues to run. Time continues to run, and it is Saito again, hurtling Steve Kern to the canvas. And again, Steve Kern thrown to the canvas. And so Saito beginning to dominate the situation. Steve Kern gamely battling back. Good move by Kern. Excellent move by Kern. Prep that arm and now begins to punish. The left arm underhooks the other one, trying to bring Saito back into a pinning combination. And Saito, Kern trying to bring him back into that pinning combination, and that he's in a predicament here. Trying to get that other shoulder down. No, sir. Saito rolls the shoulder out, rolls another shoulder out. Kern keeping that lateral press. And again, he's checking those shoulders very carefully. No, sir. Saito brings that shoulder up. And it is Saito trying very hard to battle with. Back to its rips across the face of Steve Kern, being warned by the referee. Saito with chops to the back now of Steve Kern. And Saito beginning to mount the intensity here. Saito missed with that chop. Kern catches him with that forearm. Steve Kern caught him with a forearm. No, sir. Saito again comes out before the count of 3. Kern has him up belly to back suplex. And Saito may be out. Kern may be having it now. 1, 2. No, sir. Again. The bell has rung. The bell has rung. And And so time became the ally of Mr. Saito as Kern. And Kern not wanting to stop it. He was so near and yet so far. Just seconds separating them. And who knows what would have happened had there been some more time. Steve Kern battling Saito to a draw. Saito bowing at this point in time to Steve Kern. Kern obviously very disgusted that he did not... Saito catching Kern from behind. The referee now stopping Saito, and Kern caught in the back. Saito again trying to close in on Kern. Caught him from behind. And now, wait a second. Kevin Sullivan in Wrestling 2 just moved in. And Kevin Sullivan in Wrestling 2. And so Saito leaves the ring. Saito leaving the ring area. Saito leaves the ring area. Steve Kern, caught from behind, could not affect the pinfall, could not get the pinfall, but he battled him to a draw. And it was Kern being caught from behind by Mr. Saito. Seeing a lot of action thus far, and of course, we just saw Wrestling 2, and now you hear the music of the Freebirds.
Was there any question who was coming out right then? Gordon told me it's been said 100 times, baby, but we can be imitated, but never, ever, ever duplicated. Now, I was out here a little while ago, and I told you, and you know yourself, the cars, the letters that poured into the Superstation last week because the emerge of the big, bad, nationwide, fabulous Freebirds. And many people were asking many questions, and they want to know this, and they want to know that. Let me tell you something. What we do ain't none of your business. So don't be writing in asking all, oh, that song, it drives me wild, man. But anyway, this is what I want you to understand, that when we come to your town, we will be getting down. Because what we like to do, people are sending in recording contracts. Do we want to record records? They want to make a fabulous Freebird TV series. Let me tell you something. They one thing in our mind, and that is wrestling. And when we wrestle, we do it the best because we beat the rest. And what you better not forget is that when we come and we start a pounding on your head and plopping your head and busting your eye, because we gonna make you hurt, we gonna make you cry. As a matter of fact, we gonna get downright hot and nasty, and we gonna whoop your...
All right.
Hey, Gordon, the guy's a big boy here, gets excited every once in a while. But what he's tried to say, baby, is we're going to keep on causing pandemonium just like we have all over the world. Let me tell you something, baby. They ain't nothing with four wheels that we can't drive. They ain't nothing with four legs that we can't ride. And let me tell you something, baby. Right there in Albany, we're going to get down with our Diddy as well as our Grady, baby. I'm telling you right there.
Georgia Championship Wrestling presents next Friday.
That's pretty doggone good to announce. You've made announcements already concerning the Freebirds, the new Georgia Tag Team Champions. Well, I've got an announcement. A brother of mine been chasing me all over. Finally got rid of the guy. Finally, I don't have to look at him anymore. And the reason I don't have to look at him is because of Terry Funk. And Terry, I want to thank you right here on TV, right in front of all the millions of people. Thank you for getting rid of that no good... You can say it better than I can.
Hey, how long did it take me to get rid of Lars Anderson? How long did it take me?
Ooh, just as long as you want it.
That is exactly right.
Stretch it out.
Stretched it out. That is exactly right. Do you know what Lars Anderson has in common with a bowling ball? Do you know what's the difference? Excuse me, you know what's the difference between... Get
the kid out of the ring before he hurts himself. You know, right now we got a lot more... Why don't you be quiet? Go away. We've got a lot more important things to think about. There's some great... Let him alone, Terry. He's just wasting his time. There's a lot of important things going on, and Terry Taylor isn't one of them. Talking about a chance to go for the world's title, talking about getting a couple of guys like that Hog Jaws Hansen.
Let me go ahead and go in the ring.
Terry Taylor in the ring has challenged Terry.
Very serious. All this fella is a very young person that has not been in professional wrestling long enough to go ahead and compete with an athlete like me or like Ole Anderson.
He is a young kid is what he is. He can't compete with us. He should be out of that ring. We showed you the last time that this young punk came down here exactly what we did with him. Ole Anderson and I myself are professionals.
Thank you very much.
On showing you that we are professionals, and we take respect in being considered the top wrestlers in professional wrestling today.
Terry Taylor after either Ole Anderson or Terry Funk, but the Anderson and Funk are scheduled to wrestle. So they'll be trying to get, obviously trying to get Taylor out of that ring. Well, we're waiting now to see if we can't get things squared away here and cleared up.
Square anything away. We're not going to wrestle while he's in the ring, and that's the end of it.
Well, all right. He says he's not going to wrestle until they're in the ring, so we'll be back in just a moment.
This tag team event will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 249 pounds, Ole Anderson. His partner from Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 250 pounds, Terry Funk. Their opponents from Canada, weighing in at 230 pounds, Jerry Roberts. From Jonesboro, Georgia, weighing in at 215 pounds, Zane Hickey.
Well, we have a problem here, and Terry Taylor finally being convinced to leave the ring area. We do have a match scheduled to go right now, and it will be Terry Funk and Ole Anderson facing... and again, it is Funk and Taylor mixing it up. We've got Taylor outside and Funk inside now. And the referee trying now to get order restored here. And we have a bit of chaos going on as he's trying to get this tag team match underway. Terry Taylor, of course, totally irate over the fact that he was jumped from behind by Terry Funk. So it's Zane Hickey and Jerry Roberts going up against... All right, Terry Funk now against Zane Hickey. Match one fall. Arm drag takedown very quickly by Hickey, and Anderson complaining. Full slam by Terry Funk, and of course he is the former world heavyweight champion. Now Ole Anderson moving in. Anderson devastating Hickey that time. Anderson moves in on him again. A forearm across the back. Puts Hickey down. Hickey makes the tag with Jerry Roberts. Jerry Roberts moves in. Roberts exploding. Roberts catching Anderson. A series of hard right hands. Anderson overcomes him, however. Catches him, traps him in their own corner. And a lot of punishment being meted out here by Terry Funk, and Roberts hurdled outside the ring, and it is Terry Funk. Jerry Roberts having his problems now, being assisted by Terry Taylor and Zane Hickey. Has him up, trying to set him for a pile driver. Caught him with that pile driver. And Roberts powered out from a pile driver. Tremendous second effort here. This man has great fighting heart. Roberts again smashed into the knee of Ole Anderson. Anderson tags up, moves back into the ring. Once again, the tag is made. Zane Hickey in there against Ole Anderson. Anderson using the forearm very effectively. Again, Anderson manhandling Zane Hickey. Has him up. Full body slam. Anderson down across the chest. Did not allow the pin. did not allow the pin, and so it is Terry Funk moving back in now, having made the tag with Ole Anderson into a full body slam. Terry Funk crashing down off the ropes once again. And Terry Taylor pulling Zane Hickey out. And is Terry Funk now after. And Taylor's made it into the ring. Terry Taylor's made it into the ring. The referee calling for the bell here. And it is Taylor slugging it out now with Terry Funk. Jerry Roberts hurtled out of the ring, and now both Ole Anderson and Terry Funk. After Terry Taylor, they're double teaming on him now. Overhooking him now, Jerry Roberts. Wait a minute, Stan Hansen, the bad man from Porter, Texas. Stan Hansen, the bad man from Porter, Texas. Catches Ole Anderson. And now it's Hansen after Terry Funk, and Terry Funk beating a hasty retreat. It is Terry Funk beating a hasty retreat. And what can I tell you about this man, Stan Hansen? He is double bad and double dangerous, no question about that.
Well, let me tell you something, Gordon. Nobody knows Ole Anderson better than I do. I've been sitting around here for about 8 months watching him beating up people, jumping on people, taking advantage of people. He's got this goof Terry Funk running around like a bulldog on a chain or something. Well, let me tell you something, Ole Anderson. I'm the guy that can get it done, brother. I'm the guy that can get in there and whoop you. Nobody knows. Nobody knows you, Ole, like I know you. I've done battle with you and against you. I know how you think. I'm going to get you if I have to go from Columbus, Ohio, to Atlanta, Georgia, Columbus, Augusta. Ole Anderson, you're going to pay your dues. And when you do, this big, nasty Texan's going to be right on top of you, looking right down at you. Right, Gordon?
There you have it, the words from Stan the Man Hansen, and I think a lot of changes are needed, that's for sure.
That's right. And another thing, this Terry Funk, he's always bringing them in. He's like a mad dog. You put a little money in front of him and he goes crazy. Well, I'm the same type of guy sometimes. But Ole Anderson, let me tell you something. I'm here in Georgia to stay, brother, and I'm going to get you. I don't care if I have to track you to the end of the world. I'm going to be right on top of you with a lariat.
Thank you so much, and here's an important...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a $5,000 challenge match. Introducing now, making his way to the ring, the man putting up the $5,000. From Japan, weighing in at 250 pounds, Mr. Saito. Mr. Saito. His opponent weighing in at 236 pounds, Mr. Wrestling number 2. One fall, 10-minute time limit, $5,000 challenge.
Well, there it is. This is the match that everybody's been talking about and everybody's been waiting for. Wrestling 2 going up against Mr. Saito. Wrestling 2 finally signing the releases and the contract. And so, Mr. Saito, who has been very successful thus far with his $5,000 challenge, saying that no one can pin his shoulders in 10 minutes. Facing now the legendary Wrestling number 2. And Wrestling 2, all right, back into the ropes. The referee calls for the break. See the look of determination. Wrestling 2 now charging blind. It comes up now with a good top wrist lock. Saito into the ropes. Tried an ankle sweep on the break, but did not succeed. Good back out by Wrestling 2. Wrestling 2 in behind his man, and Saito very quickly made it to the ring ropes. Well, Mr. Saito being exceptionally cautious. Time, of course, is on his side. Good back out and block by Wrestling 2. Front chancery by Wrestling 2. Excellent block that time. Into the ropes again. Again, Saito tried to sweep an ankle on the break. Wrestling 2, exceptionally wary, very alert. Collar and elbow. It is Saito with a side headlock. Wrestling 2 fires him off with a shoulder smash. Saito. And Wrestling 2 with a high hip toss. Wrestling 2 moving in now. Wrestling 2 brings him up. A full body slam. Wrestling 2 with a lateral press. 1, 2. And almost had himself $5,000. Saito rolls from the ring. And there you see Wrestling 1, who's standing at ringside watching this. Saito now obviously concerned, and now a deliberate stall for time. All right, once again, they circle each other. Duck under, go behind by Wrestling 2. Beautiful high waist lift takedown. As Saito back to the canvas once again. A float over into a lateral press. Saito fighting now to keep those shoulders off the canvas. The referee checking those shoulders. The Wrestling 2 has Saito in a definite predicament here. Bottom wrist lock, clamping down on that arm, keeping that arm trapped. And the referee again checking those shoulders. Saito trying to escape if he can. Managed to get over partially on his side now. Staying away from that pinning combination into a rear chin lock by Wrestling 2. Remember, this match 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit. Overhooks the head with the back into the ropes, and once again the referee calls for the break. Saito backing away, bows. Wrestling 2 moves. Saito and behind his man. Beautiful pickup by Wrestling 2. Saito trying to get him into a body scissors if he can. Come around that midsection and Saito again trying to escape. Wrestling 2 keeping that foot tied up into the ropes. And it was Wrestling 2 driving a knee into the femoris muscles of Saito, and Saito in trouble. Saito in definite trouble here. Again, Wrestling 2 administers more punishment. And so Wrestling 2, after that $5,000 of Mr. Saito's, and Wrestling 2 has got Saito in a lot of trouble here. Saito in pain. And Saito floats over, has the ride on Wrestling 2. Notice the way he utilizes his legs. But it's Wrestling 2 back into a pinning combination here. Shoulder was up. And Wrestling 2 struggling, trying to force that pinfall if he can. Just about 50% of his time gone now. Approximately 5 minutes remaining. Ooh, caught him on the break. Caught him on the break. Another chop by Saito. And Wrestling 2 in trouble on the canvas now. Saito smashes him into the turnbuckle. Wrestling 2. For the first time in this match, belly to back suplex. No, sir, he came out before the count of 3. Wrestling 2. And there you see Wrestling 1 shouting encouragement. And Saito catches him with a chop after arm-whipping him to the turnbuckle, a count of 2. But again, Wrestling 2 comes out. And the entire crowd now picking up that chant. Go, 2, go. Wrestling 2. Beautiful reversal by Wrestling 2. Saito is down. Wrestling 2. Ooh. Went to drive with the knee, but Saito ducked to one side. But again, Wrestling 2 came on, but he's hurt that knee. He charged with that knee, and Saito ducked to one side, and Wrestling 2 having trouble. The Russian leg sweep. Count of 2, and again, Wrestling 2 came out of it, but Wrestling 2 in a lot of trouble now. Saito closing in. Once again, a lateral press, and once again, Wrestling 2. Great, great reserve strength there. Great heart. Continues to battle his way out. Back on his feet. Saito now caught in the midsection by Wrestling 2. And Wrestling 2 again beginning to turn the tide in this battle. Hip lock takedown. Wrestling 2 rolling that shoulder off just before the count of 2, but Saito missed, and it's Wrestling 2. Belly to back suplex, and this could be all she wrote. 1, 2, no. Came out again. Saito rips across the eyes of Wrestling 2, and Saito doing something with his foot. I don't quite understand that. Wrestling 2 catches him coming in. Wrestling 2 back to his feet. Saito caught him after his... I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. And the referee Birds, who are the new Georgia Tag Team Champions.
Mr. Gordon Solon, let me tell you something. We do not only look good. We do not only talk good. We also wrestle good. Baby, get this camera on this slim 36-inch waist. Do you see what possesses this beautiful body? This is the Georgia, I mean the National Tag Team Championship belts, which we took very, very easily, I might say, in 2 straight falls. You see, the 1980 invasion has begun, and it's only begun to set in, and we've only begun to win, because we will keep doing our thing. We'll rock, we'll roll, we'll strut, we'll stroll all over any and everybody. And I do mean everybody. And besides being the National Tag Team Champions, we are also the uncrowned World 6-Man Tag Team Champions. Do you understand? There are not 3 men today in professional wrestling that think alike, that walk alike, that talk alike, like the fabulous Freebirds.
Well, we'll find out on the 24th.
That's right. We will find out on 24th. Let me tell you something, Kevin Sullivan and Mike Graham and Mr. Boogie Oogie Tony Atlas. Boy, we're going to disco all over your head and beat some of them bumps out of your body. And then the Boston Battler, he ain't nothing but a Boston bum, and he going to be looking mighty dumb in the Omni. We will roll, we will strut, we will do it all. Please don't take it so bad.
The CWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Jimmy Hart.
That's
My
right.
part is very
well,
easy.
let me
I
tell
just
you
say
something.
Jimmy
I'll tell you
Hart.
why I'm so happy. Look in this ring. Doc, Larry, look at this. I am now managing, and I promise you, they will be the new Southern Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the greatest professional wrestling machine in the world. Larry Latham, the #1 bomber that used to be, baby. And look at it. Beautiful superstar. Look at this man, Dr. Bill Irwin, baby. I promise you that. It is a great. I love it. Something, you jerk. I got a message for you. Oh, you are a sneaky, low-down jerk. A coward's what you are. You pull one of the biggest stunts. You've been out here undermining me for a long time, Jimmy Hart, and I don't appreciate it. The biggest paper you've ever pulled is you stole Larry Latham right out from under my nose. Well, from this day forward, Jimmy Hart, it's war between you and me. Well, let me tell you something else, Jimmy Hart. You won't be managing the next Southern Tag Team Champions because I'll be in the Gilbert's corner this week. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell everybody. Don't hold me. Let me tell you something. Come here, Davis. Come here. Shut up. You better shut your fat mouth. I promise you this. I may not can whip a lot of people. Sure, I've had my, beat several times. But I promise you, I know I can beat Danny Davis, man. If I can't, I ain't worth nothing. I promise you. Now, right now. No, leave me alone. Come on, man. Come on. No, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting knocked around every week, man. I mind my own business. Look at this. Come on, wake up. I promise you. If you got any guts, I promise you, I'll be down there with my wrestling stuff on. But if you got any guts, bring yours, baby. Okay. And I promise you, I'll show you it's #1 here.
Yeah, all right.
I'm the greatest in the world.
Okay,
I promise
Jimmy.
you that. I promise you.
Eddie is a man of his word. You can't get in any quicker than the next morning. We changed the championship wrestling for today, and you do have the match with Guy Mitchell right here on TV.
I want to thank the people, Eddie Marlin, and just let me get in the ring.
Okay, fine. Billy Robinson and heading to the ring as Eddie had set up for the bout today. Changed it around so that we would have the opportunity. And I think it's a good pairing, too, Dave, because Billy Robinson, there's no question about it. We made the point, and I think it's entirely valid, that Robinson, it does occasionally lose his temper. And he's a very serious, he's a very intent man, and I have no quarrel with that. But he does not deliberately destroy. He has too much respect for wrestling in there. What is this? You got a match right here with Guy Mitchell.
Yeah, you know, that's really great. Look at this man's arm. Look at this. I was watching that film a while ago, and I saw this man. What a champion he really is. He deliberately threw this man over the top rope. We had to take him to the doctor last night. He's got a fractured, dislocated shoulder, man.
Look, he got the disqualification.
What I would like to say is, what kind of a champion is this man? I had this man defeated. I had him beat. I had him humiliated. And the only way he could save face was to do something like this. Now, if I was your champion, I would not stoop to tactics such as this. I would step into the ring if Robinson has got the guts and wrestle like a man, not to throw. I want to tell you,
you can do anything you want. Get in the ring with me now. Come on. Just get in the ring.
I would like to tell you one thing.
You big yellow-faced coward.
Champion, when I had you defeated, the people saw right here on TV, I had you defeated, and the only way that you could save face,
He's
the only way
you're going to get in the ring.
He's got a hurt arm, man. Look at it.
All right. Come on, Jimmy. Get him out there.
Get him. Look at his armor. Look at there. Come on. Come on.
Jimmy, get him out of here. Come on, Paul. Break him up.
There's your champion.
Yeah.
There's your champion.
Get him out. Come on.
Look at him. He's in the man with a hard arm. What a champion he is.
Watch the monitor. Robinson and Mitchell. Mitchell came out here with a sling on his arm. We were scheduled to have Guy Mitchell and Billy Robinson. And Mitchell comes out here with a sling on his arm. Obviously, not very much wrong with an arm when a guy can do that. He jumped Billy Robinson, choked him with a sling, slammed him into a ring post, body slammed him on the floor out here, and Guy Mitchell proceeded to make a liar out of himself about that arm. Obviously, Eddie, nothing wrong with a man's arm that would do something like that.
That's right, Lance, and I promised Billy Robinson last night that we'd sign the match. So we signed the match, and then he pulls out and does something like this. Well, I'm going to promise Billy Robinson right now, you've got a match with Guy Mitchell. Well, the match is signed. It's on the paper. It's signed. I'll put the name on it just as we get back there.
There's not much satisfaction, but, well, okay, Billy. He'll work it out. Now, he's
Okay, I want to thank you. I want to thank these people here. I want to say one thing. I never scream and shout because I don't have to. I'm the world champion. Mitchell, I want you in that ring. I want you in that ring. I don't care if you fight, you wrestle, you do anything you want. Because anything you do, I'm going to do more of and better at than you. I'm saying no more.
Okay, Billy. Thank you, Eddie.
If Mitchell shows up with his arm in a cast or what have you, if he does not wrestle when he's signed to wrestle Billy Robinson, then he'll be through.
Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with his arm. You know it, and I know it. Okay. Kenny Lucas going into sleeper while Rick Morton trying to keep the Angel out of there. Lucas with that pressure down the left side of the deck. Cutting the blood off. Kenny Kent going down. And the Angel being held out of there by Rick Morton. That's going to be it. Yes, sir. Good teamwork, fine move. Rick Morton finished. Lucas whipped him in. What's Irwin doing in here? The wind's going to go. Hey, come on.
That man is using. That should be banned. It cuts off your respiratory system. That should be banned. That is an illegal hold. Illegal hold.
He put the pressure inside.
He does not put the pressure pressure on the side. It cuts off your respiratory and your pulmonary system. He cannot do that to me. That man puts that hole and chokes people down with it. It is not a legal hole. It should be banned from abuse. He has defeated my barber brother, but he cannot defeat me. Where is he? Get him out here. I challenge the man right now.
Come on, Bill. Listen, now come on. No, hey. Come on, take your robe. Listen, take your robe away. You got a match coming up, and we'll get to it.
I want him right now.
You
I don't want no jabronis out there. I want my man right now.
Match in there. Let's take a break.
I want him right now. Where is he?
Yogi, we're about ready to go with our second bout of the day, and it's going to be our third bout of the day. We had two back-to-back in there. Mike Baroni, young fellow.